Sport. I'm John. Here's my report. Kevin Eastman of North Carolina Wilmington was named this week as the new basketball coach for WSU. Upon hearing that his position was confirmed, Eastman fell to the ground, grabbed his knee, and shouted, "Why me? Why me?" The ACT Theater Group announced that it will be soon taking over and remodeling the old Eagles Auditorium. They say the hardest part will be getting rid of the rock group Three Dog Night, who have been waiting backstage since 1976 to be called back for an encore. Pearl Jam is featured on the NBA Superstars 3 video. The highlight of the video comes at the end when Pearl Jam beats the Sonics in overtime. In other Sonic news, the Ackerly family and the Seattle Supersonics placed full-page ads in both the PI and the Times on Tuesday, thanking fans for their support. Unfortunately, no one saw the papers as both editions were blacked out in the greater Seattle area. And in a related story, Cathy Karl, the wife of Sonics coach George Karl, said in her newspaper column that she had a bad feeling before Game 5's loss to Denver. But at the time, she just figured it was from accidentally seeing Steve Scheffler naked in the locker room. A $10 million renovation of Rainier Square will begin soon. According to the contractor, the main renovation will be filling in that bottom part before the whole damn building falls over. Nike announced this week that it suffered its first decline in sales since 1987. When asked what might have caused the decline, a company spokesperson said, "It's the shoes. It's got to be the shoes." A tribute to 1928, the year that they built the Paramount, was held last night at the Paramount Theater. It was also a tribute to some of the women from that first 1928 show who are still waiting in line to use the Paramount bathroom. Finally, on Monday, KSTW added Inga Hammond as their new anchor to their new 10 o'clock news team. To make her feel welcome, her co-anchors said that from now on, he will be known as Sven Porter. This has been the John Report. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Hi there. I'm Ed Wyatt, one of the writers here on Almost Live, and I've been with the show now for 5 or 6 years, I guess. And, you know, that's a long time. I mean, that's longer than Bob. It's longer than either Tracy or Nancy as well. In fact, you could probably call me the senior member of the writing staff. You know, I think that'd be fair. And you know, most of the time I like my job here, but tonight, watching the John Report, well, I'm a little upset. And I think you have a right to know why. I owe that to you. So, here's the deal. You know, it's about the John Report. You see, it's called the John Report because John's the host of the show and he gets to read the jokes. But the writing staff really writes them, okay? So last night I went home and I wrote 12 jokes. Friday night, everybody else is out having fun. I'm sitting at home, typing away and writing jokes. So, how many of these jokes do you think made it into the John Report? None. Zero. Goose egg, nada. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying my jokes were all great, but they were certainly better than that Nike joke. And what was with the Three Dog Night joke? We're doing Three Dog Night jokes now. Wow. That's cutting-edge comedy. So, anyway, I got my 12 jokes right here, and I want to read one. And I want you to be the judge. If, after hearing my joke, you think the John Report was fine and my joke just isn't that great, well, that's great. I can live with that. It's fine. But if you think my joke was at least as good as that Nike joke or any other joke for that matter, then I think you ought to let John and everybody else know by, you know, applauding or cheering maybe. And if you want to stand and wave and scream, well, that's fine. So, okay, here we go. Here's my joke. The University of Oregon received its largest private donation ever, $10 million. The administration says the money is earmarked for the School of Business, but they might take some of it and buy a whole bunch of Grateful Dead tickets. Thank you. We'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you very much.